Shalom, friends. In this week's Torah portion of Vayishlach, we find Jacob alone, having divided his household into two camps as he anticipates meeting his brother Esau in war. The Torah in Genesis chapter 32 and verse 25 in Hebrew and verse 24 in English records this: Vayivater Yaakov levado, and Jacob was by himself. Vayevech ish imo, and Jacob wrestled a man. The identity of this man, this ish, has caused a great deal of speculation, particularly within the rabbinic literature. There are three prevailing opinions. One, that this is the angel of Esau that Jacob is wrestling. Two, that this is the angel Gabriel, who is a helper of the Jewish people. And three, the opinion of Maimonides, that this is all a dream that Jacob is having. After all, when he went into exile, he dreamt of an open heavens, and now as he is heading off in this very stressful situation, Maimonides finds that this is also a dream setting. While I don't entirely agree with Maimonides in this analysis, and I'll explain why in a later message, I do find it meaningful today. I think all of us know what it is to struggle. We've all struggled with people, with situations. We've all struggled with events, to wrap our mind around events. So we know what it is to toss and turn all night. We know what it is to have our sleep disrupted, to have nightmares, or to have anxiety follow us all through the evening. And perhaps there is some truth to this anxiety that Jacob is experiencing. After all, he believes he is about to die and that his family will be utterly destroyed. But there's something deeper happening here. All of us know that in life there's risks. In relationships there's risks. And we enter into relationships and into situations knowing that there is a risk that we might be hurt, that we might be wounded, that we might be permanently damaged. And we see that Jacob is damaged by this episode. But some fights are worth the struggle, particularly when it has to do with issues of life. Some things are worth the struggle and worth the potential damage that might come to us. It's worth the change that we may undergo, whether we suffer defeat in our eyes or we come out victorious in our eyes. Some things are worth the danger. And that's exactly what the Torah is revealing to us here. There is something that will come from this episode in the life of Jacob that resonates down through the centuries, that the things that we can't anticipate, the things that we cannot see on the horizon, the things that we cannot plan for, well, the Lord is there. He is planned for, He anticipates, He knows, and He's not caught off guard by it. This is actually a moment where the Torah is calling us to a deeper trust of the living God, to give Him our life, to trust Him with our struggle, to trust Him in the potential hurt that will come from the situation, so that we know that He is there with us, even when it seems that all hope is gone and we are left utterly alone. See, Jacob left this moment in time. He was still alone when he began to move forward, but he left limping, he left changed, but he also left blessed. And throughout the rest of his life, even though he would walk differently, he would walk in the blessing that he had so desperately sought. See, Jacob loved, and love builds up. And that's exactly what Jacob was doing, was trying to build up his family. But in order to love scripturally, to love in a way that is honoring the living God, love empties itself. And that's why we see Jacob utterly alone by the Jabbok River, but only to find out that he was never alone. And the same is said right now. Although we may feel alone in our anxiety and in our fear, the Lord is ever present with us to say, you are not alone. I will cause you to walk differently, and I will bless you because you have trusted me. Shabbat Shalom.